thanks for making the time to talk to me about your project. I really appreciate this, and it's really a fun, exciting project that you're doing. So I'm wondering if you could maybe just tell us a little bit about yourselves before we launch into thinking about the project. Bridget, do you want to say who you are?
Well, Victoria and I both met when we were, well, Victoria's still studying, but we were doing the pediatric and maternity chaplaincy course at Birmingham Newman University, the postgraduate course. And immediately I was interested in Victoria's design work and her business with creating beautiful materials to be used with children. So we hit it off straight away because we're both creatives. And then we had a year of doing wonderful projects, and which included academic posters and things like that. And I sort of floated the idea of the storybook to Victoria, and she was very brave and said yes, she'd love to. So basically, I'm a doctoral research student at the University of Roehampton, and for my ethics clearance, I wrote a picture book to use with children so that we could get assent for me to co-conduct some theological action research.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we'll hear a bit more about that in a minute. Yeah, yes. Thanks, Bridget. And Victoria.
Yeah, hello. So I am, how to describe yourself when you get to this age and you have so many things. So I am a chaplain at Birmingham Children's Hospital, and I've just got my mark, Bridget, very exciting. I've just got a distinction on the postgraduate certificate in paediatric and maternity chaplaincy. That's a huge mouthful. And as part of that, I have been, I've really taken advantage of the course to explore further the work that I've done for about 20 years, creating resources for children and families and creative resources for chaplaincy, and looking at the science behind that and how people particularly use art to communicate and do chaplaincy, produce a brand new resource while I was studying, as part of the study for that, a set of picture cards, which are slowly, very slowly, becoming the favourite resource of all chaplains I know.
Yeah, so I can see how you resonate with each other's work and why you're collaborating on this project. So Bridget, do you want to tell us more about this specific project then and how that came about? I know you've got some visual aids there.
I have indeed. I've got, so Frederick Froebel, the founder of kindergartens, talked about how children learn and make meaning, and he uses open-ended objects like this sphere and this cylinder and this cube. Mm-hmm. And I have taken, he calls these the second gift, and so I've used the Froebelian principles and practice, which are very close to what Victoria's been describing with the chaplaincy work, is that it's child-led and it's play-based. So it's something where people can look at it, and particularly children, and they can make a story that is theirs and choose to share that story if they want to. And that really links in with theological action research, which is the research methodology I'm using.
Yeah. That's the guy that we produced with my colleague, yes. Stephanie. Yes.
And I've got a little bit in here where I talk about the ethics of child-led research. Mm-hmm. And one of the big things with ethics is how do we get assent from young children. And this is a picture book I actually used with the children. So this is if you like, a second draft. Yeah. And here we have sphere and cylinder and cube that start their research journey. Yeah. And they wonder what research is, and then they go on this exploration. So each page has, this is the an adult doing research, and then they can do research too. Yeah. And I have from the great big picture book like this down to a little mini one like that. And the children actually worked with the books themselves. They really enjoyed the picture book. I had 33 child researchers. And it was at that point I thought I would really love them each to have a copy of the research book. But I also want to, very much part of my doctorate is how do we make it easy for academics to get ethical clearance to do research with children. And if we can do that with very young children, aged 3 to 5, we can also use this similar tool for people with disabilities and other things where they might not be able to verbalize things, because it's very much play-based rather than word-based.
Yeah, that's very inclusive. That's great. And you use some quite innovative materials to make your original book.
Yes. So as part of playing when in between studying on campus, I've been running slow workshops. So I collected acorns that had been stung by a wasp to make oak gall. They form oak galls from our oak trees outside our library. And this little oak gall, if we put it in water and squish it and then add some rusty iron to it, we'll end up with the ink that was used to write the great texts for the great faiths. And we have the ink of the Magna Carta, the American Bill of Independence, the ink of the sonnets that Shakespeare wrote in his will, and the ink of legal documents. And so just slowing down and doing the drawings. The thing with the drawings is that I have to slow down and I have to do them in one go. So really, if I'm
lift
drawing,
it up.
Yeah, lift it slightly. There we see it.
Cool.
Yeah,
I have to have one go at it, and that's quite a good thing, because so many things nowadays are perfect.
Yeah.
And children, I think, need permission to be able to explore their world and their relational connection with themselves, others, and the transcendent, and
we
the
all need
natural
that,
world.
I think.
And
look at that.
I wanted to have a tool that they would feel they could relate to. One of the children actually drew this the body of Sphere as part of their research work, and some of the children took photos of the book. There we are.
I just love how these pictures bridge this beautiful thing of using a really ancient technique with a picture that a child could draw themselves. And it just makes the whole thing very accessible to them, that you can kind of, it's like they can reach in and touch history because they can do it themselves.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put a little thing of how they can make their own ink at the back. The book, there's going to be a little things referring to the Susanna Wesley Foundation, hopefully something that links to the Faribault Trust, or the work, the slow pedagogy that's so important, where we place the child central to what we do as adults, and then how do we listen well.
So Victoria, what will your role be in the project?
So I'm an illustrator and a designer and a publisher. So Bridget came and showed me her pictures, and she said, "Can you make these into a book?" And I was like, "Yeah, that is what I do." So I'm kind of I run a little company called Beach Publishing, and I basically specialize in taking an idea that somebody has that I consider to be purposeful and precious, and making it into an actual book that gets out there. So I've got about 20 years experience working in publishing, and so I'll be taking the illustrations and making them into digital vectors in order to get them onto the page, designing the book and bringing that together. And actually it means that Bridget's vision of what she wants, we can continue to tweak it all the way up to the point where I just go, right, enough, this is it, we're going to actually print it.
That's amazing. What a good combination. I mean, it's really exciting, and it's clear that you both have this vision for it. So it's really fun to see how it's going to pan out. And
Yes.
hopefully we can do another video when we have a project to talk about, and you can show us
Well-
that as well. And it was lovely to see you draw live. That was really nice as well. Thank you for that, Bridget.
It's a pleasure. And the great news is the pictures are all drawn. On Friday, a friend is going to help me photograph them, and the words are all ready to roll. So we've already we'll be using the first bit of the grant these 2 months, and we will have a draft product quite quickly, I think.
Yeah. Oh, it's great that we've been able to equip you to do this project, and I think it's going to have an impact beyond your project, you know, beyond your work. It's going to have an impact quite widely with other people that want to use children in their research. So, yeah. So thanks. Yeah. Well, thanks to your hard work. So, we'll look forward to getting in touch with you then when we have the final product, which doesn't sound like it'll be too long into the future the way you're working. So thanks very much.
We look forward to November when we'll have something to launch.
Yes. Okay, good.
Thank you.